and welcome back. My name is Raquel and thanks so much for clicking on this video. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe because it helps a small YouTuber grow. Don't forget to like at the end of the video because it helps the algorithm out, and don't forget to comment. With all that out the way, let's talk about today's review because I got a lot to say. First of all, the way that this release happened was trash. And for one, I was able to purchase my pair off the SNKRS app on October 14th, 2020. And for women's, it retailed for $170. And for preschool, it was $80. Now, 10 o'clock hits and it says sold out. It said sold out for women's. It said sold out for preschool at 10 o'clock. Not 10:01, but 10 o'clock, which is crazy. I don't know if Nike had like a glitch or something, but like maybe a few minutes later, it started to show up the sizes. So I went for a women's size, and because as a manual user, you have to take certain steps, you have to be ready. There can't be any mishaps when you checking out. Because of the mishap, I went for a size 3 in preschool. Since I'm a true size 4, I can usually fit into a size 3. And I got the preschool size maybe a few minutes later. I got the Got 'em. So here's the preschool box that it comes in. Of course, it's not coming in your regular Jordan 1 box where the box is red and has Nike written in black. You just get your basic Jordan box. Now here are the Jordan 1 Lucky Greens. This shoe was inspired by Michael Jordan's 63-point game against the Boston Celtics in 1986. However, looking at the shoe, I must say, I'm thinking of the SB Low Heinekens that released in 2003, and it's really because of these red accents all throughout the shoe. Let's talk about the detailing of the shoe. Now this leather green that is all throughout the shoe, it is super nice. It's velvety and it's soft. I know a lot of people were ranting about the women's pair being very nice in quality, and I must say for a preschool size, this is pretty impressive. Your toe box here is also very soft. It's not as tumbled as the women's pair, and that goes the same for the side panel on the shoe, where it's super nice. Now, my least favorite part about the shoe is this Nike swoosh sign in patent leather. I would prefer it if it was the same leather all throughout the shoe on this Nike swoosh sign. I'm not a huge fan of patent leather. The shine just really bothers me, and also there's factory glue on the shine as well, which is annoying. You have your red accents here, here, and also on the tongue. And the tongue is super soft to the touch. It bounces back at you, so it's really going to be comfortable on the foot. And for the women's pair, you do get 3 laces. For preschool, you only just get these. For the women's, you did get the black laces, green and red laces, which really would have been nice to do a lace swap with this shoe because the red and green really looked nice on the shoe. Inside the sole, you get a basic yellow one for the preschool size. However, for the women's pair, you do get an insole that is very similar to the Boston Celtics basketball court. And you do get a black bottom here, which keeps the shoe from getting dirty. Now, my favorite part of the shoe is this sail right here. I would have really loved it if they had sail all throughout the shoe. Because the sail is just right here, it really looks like the shoe is very aged. Like I need to put this out in the sun to like get its color back because it just looks aged already. I know that's the vibes that they was going for, but I feel like the sail would have looked a lot better. Also on the seams right here, it has a very undone look, which is the look that they were going for. However, my shoe is literally undone. It's already separated from the shoe here, which is really sucks. Like if you don't give me a shoe, at least like glue it together. Like geez. And because this is also undone here in the seams as well, when you put the laces through the holes, there's going to be a lot of fallout. It's going to get a lot of fuzzy, and I just see it getting a little damaged a lot easier as well. Also, another thing that was not on these pairs and it was on the women's is that tag that you usually see on a Jordan 4. Now that we talked about the detailing issue, there's one point I wanted to get across. Yes, we have gotten green before, but not as much as you think. We got them on the clay greens. We got them on the pine greens 1.0s and 2.0s, and now we got them on the lucky greens. However, for this particular color green, we haven't seen before, which is pretty dope for a Jordan 1 where we get new colorways. That's nice. However, this shoe could have been executed a lot better than what they have given us here. Now, I actually do have a pine green mids I want to show you guys to do a little bit of a comparison, because I feel like the camera doesn't do it justice on the type of green that is on this shoe. So I'll be right back. So these are the pine greens mids. They are also in a size 3, so I felt like that would be a pretty good comparison because they're going to be similar in size, of course. Now here are the pine greens and here are the lucky greens, and as you can tell, this is of course a little bit lighter, but they're almost the same shoe, and that's mainly because it has Chicago Bull blockage. However, with that being said, I still prefer the pine greens over the lucky greens because of the type of green that's on the shoe, and it doesn't have that patent leather. So with that being said, if you have the pine greens, then I would definitely say you really didn't miss out on getting the lucky greens if you weren't able to cop, because they're so similar in style and they're very similar in color as well. It's just so subtle. Now, with all that being said, let's talk about resell. Of course, the higher sizes are going to do a lot better in a women's release. That is because we can't ever have nothing for ourselves. They didn't make a lot of sizes in the higher sizes, mainly in the lower sizes, so making the higher sizes a lot more limited. The most profitable size is size 11 and 11.5 in women's, which is equivalent to a 9.5 and a 10 in men's. Those sizes are averaging about to $280 in sales. However, all sizes are averaging out in sales to about $200 to $251, give or take. It can definitely be a hold if you haven't got the chance to sell it when the market was super high. Currently, it is decreasing, and that is because it's getting a little bit colder, and this is more of a spring and summer colorway. Also, another thing to keep in mind is this is a women's shoe, making it kind of a limited release. I don't think people thought it was going to be as limited. It was only about 6,000 pairs released for every foot site. So the shoe is quite limited because it didn't release in all sizes, especially for the higher men's sizes. They wouldn't be able to cop the shoe in their size, especially if they're size 13, because the shoe only released, I believe, as high as a woman's size 12. If you're familiar with how to do that conversion, if you're a men's size, you would go a size and a half down, vice versa. If you're looking at a men's size and you wanted a woman's shoe, you go a size and a half up. Is this a cop or drop? Personally, it is a drop for me. One of the reasons is this patent leather here, and I have the pine green mids, as I mentioned. They don't really look that much in difference as far as sizing and height, so I could get away with it. So I feel like I have this colorway already, and I'm not, like I said, a huge Boston Celtics fan, so there's not really any reason for me to really want to hold on to this shoe. Like I said, if you purchase the pine greens, then I think you can do without the lucky greens if you weren't able to cop them. Also, another thing to keep in mind that is the positive, you wanted the Heinekens, which resale for those shoes are about $3,500 depending on the size, and it could be a little bit more. And maybe you didn't want to pay that price tag. These could definitely be a dupe for that shoe. I mean, it's the same colorway. It's almost the exact same shoe. If it was a low, it would be the same shoe. Let's get to the on feet.
Hey, Bill, I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that's a stick up. She picture perfect, so I told him I'm a flick up. Bill, I'm in the mood for a change up. I leave the city and return with my change up. They got amnesia, don't remember how they played us. They wanna knock me down, but somehow I just stay up. Look, straight from the mud like Ruby. Straight to the stage, they love me. I understand they hungry, but please don't hate, that's ugly. I've been sliding, shaking, moving. I've been popping in my city. Shawty say she love the way we do.
All that out the way. Thank you so much if you made it this far. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and let me know if you did end up purchasing the lucky greens and what you plan on doing with them. And until next time, I'll see y'all.